In particular, I know that Brazil has provided technical cooperation to the Ghanaians in their program called LEAP, which is the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty. I'm sure many of you agree that the world is a markedly different place today than it has been 5 years ago, as far as the extension of social protection and anti-poverty programs that have been implemented in developing countries. And in so doing, I believe we are strengthening the institutional and political foundations for basic income. This has also been an exciting time for basic income from a developing country perspective. Louise has spoken about the European perspective, but we see lots of changes happening in developing countries. People are recognizing the developmental impacts of cash transfers, the developmental impacts of cash transfers. The realization that both equity and growth are important, and that they are not a trade-off, that they reinforce each other. And the continuing development of this and the evidence base that is supporting this is helping many of these social protection initiatives to progress. This is opening up the scope for basic income to be realized incrementally or progressively. The pilot project in Namibia that Dirk and Claudia Harman and Bishop Kameta, who's sitting right in front here with us, spearheaded, has gone a long way to answering some of the questions that persistently confront us regarding basic income. We look forward to the results and the evidence from projects in Brazil, and in particular the proposed project in the village of Sant Antonio de Pinal. More so now than ever before, I feel that the possibility of a basic income for all citizens within a country is possible. In our meeting with the President yesterday, we were encouraged by developments in Brazil for reducing poverty and moving progressively to a fundamentally just and equitable system of social protection in Brazil. We at BIEN, in particular, are encouraged by the efforts of Senator Eduardo Suplicy and his incredible energy in promoting basic income, not only in Brazil, but in the rest of the world as well, even as far afield as you are. With the Brazilian supporters of basic income's continuing efforts, maybe Brazil will move towards a progressive realization of a just and equal social protection system. You have the legislation in place. All you need is the political will, and I believe some tax policy adjustment. And the courage of your convictions to create a movement of people to motivate the government to institute a basic income. Since South Africa is out of the World Cup, I'm a South African. I am supporting the Brazilian team. And I hope that Brazil will win the Soccer World Cup in South Africa. Now only if you can figure out how to take all the energy you put into winning the World Cup to getting a basic income in Brazil, that may be worthwhile. Good luck in your endeavors for a more just and equal society, okay, and thank you for hosting the BIEN Congress in your beautiful country.
Obrigada, professora Ingrid. Eu vou passar rapidamente para o professor Kroll, na medida que nós já estamos muito atrasados. As duas sessões paralelas à tarde deveriam ter começado às 2h30, e eu depois vou anunciar algumas coisas, mas eu espero que realmente, se a gente tomar a decisão de apoiar a renda básica do mesmo jeito que a gente apoia a seleção brasileira, a gente realmente vai longe. Professor Kroll.
Hello. These are the welcoming remarks, so I would like to make sure I say welcome, everyone here. It's good to see you all. Boa tarde, tudo bem? I am Ingrid's co-chair of the BIEN BIEN organization, the international organization, which is made up of all these affiliates around the world. But this is the BIEN Congress. It was organized on behalf of BIEN by the local organizing committee to my left. So all your applause for a job well done. Great to Now, I want to say a little bit of something about BIEN is that this Congress that happens every 2 years is how BIEN is organized and run. We have a General Assembly meeting of the life members of BIEN only once every 2 years, only at these congresses. And at those General Assembly meetings, we elect an executive committee that runs BIEN in the interim between the congresses. So that's very, very important. Now, what has happened? Generally, the outgoing executive committee has renominated itself or nominated new people as names change and something like that. But the outgoing committee has nominated the new committee, often with several repeats. And so far, every time, people have renominated the slate of candidates that the committee has nominated. But nominations are completely open. If you like the way things have been going at BIEN, you should vote for the slate. And if you want to see some change, you should nominate other people and vote for them. But we've done one thing a little bit differently this time. The reason we have the slate is to get some continuity in the leadership and to get people that we know can take care of specific roles, such as the secretary and the treasurer and the newsletter editor, and all very specific roles with specific skills. We nominate people to fit in those skills. But the larger BIEN gets, the harder it is to make sure that we've got everyone aboard that we should have and to bring people in. So what we decided to do is to leave some places open on the slate. The executive committee is made up of up to 9 members, 2 co-chairs, a secretary, a newsletter editor, a treasurer, and 3 regional coordinators. And the 9th person is determined by whoever becomes the organizer in the next Congress. We're only nominating, so there are 8 positions that are directly elected, and the slate is only nominating 7 of them. And so the 8th position, the eighth position, the final regional coordinator, we're leaving that open for any nominations that people might have to get some new people involved that aren't part of the past leadership of BIEN. And so I welcome people to make any nominations for any of the slates, and most especially for that 8th position. The nominations are due to the secretary by the end of the last session on July 2nd, and then the meeting will be about a half an hour later. So I welcome those of you, anyone's welcome to attend, but only life members can vote, and I welcome everyone to them as well. Oh, David, David? Can you stand? I'll translate his name for you. That's David over there. You can call him David if you're English speaking. And get your nominations to him. And once again, welcome, and I'm glad to see everybody.